Hey everybody, Friday afternoon, and I am down to the last 2, 3, 4 rounds of millet for the year. Finally, it's been crazy. Didn't know we'd ever get done. But anyway, today is the story of how our family got started. And back in 1888 or 80, somewhere in there, my great grandpa come over here from Holland and settled here with a bunch of other Rakeman families and Dutch people, whatever. But anyway, I don't know that much about my great grandpa, but I do know that he got his 160 acres and proved that he could make a living on it with the Land Act and stuff. And after that, you can buy another quarter for X amount. The first one's not free, but you have to prove yourself. And the next ones, is you buy after that. Well, like I said, I don't know much about my great grandpa, but I do know a lot about my grandpa Rakeman. And anyway, in the mid '60s, him and five brothers formed. They had a co-op, corporation, excuse me. He had the land, they did the work, and they split it and all that, And at that time, he had 3 or 4 farms, plus the one that he started with, and with houses and everything. So some of the sons were living with their families, but all of it was my grandpa's. And like I said, they just, it was a corporation. The money got invested, whatever. They ran 250 black cows back then, and they ran that all the way up until the corporation split in the late '70s. And when it split in the late '70s, all the boys quit working together. They sorted out the machinery, and they went to their own respective farms, and they started paying my grandpa Rakeman back, bought the land back from him. Now, it wasn't, a whole bunch of money. It was very reasonable, I think at one time he had in excess of at least 8,000 acres, and he had vested money in other farms too to help people out. Word has it that he was the first guy to get a tractor in the particular county that we live in. And so, I'm a 4th generation farmer. Like I said, I got my great grandpa, my dad, and me. I'm on with Devin on this farm. I have a first cousin that's on another farm. I have a nephew that's on the home farm where that quarter is 100 almost, if it isn't, it's close to 140 years old, that homestead. He's a 5th generation. He's got a little boy, so, we'll have 6th generation there. These other farms, I'm guessing, are anywhere from 50 to 80 years old, and I might be wrong. But anyway, that's kind of how it started. That's how I ended up here. I worked at the cheese plant in Pollock for 16 years. And my wife was working as a medical lab technician in a town about 40 miles away. It worked out great. When my dad decided he was going to start cutting back, I quit, and I've always helped him, or helped my grandpa. I helped my grandpa when we were kids all the time. Anyway, after they split up the land, like I said, we everybody kind of went their own ways. They still helped each other out, but before, they'd have 4 tractors in the field plowing. They'd have 2 silage cutters going. They'd have a lot of shit going. There was a lot of them. They milked cows when they were kids. They had 20 cows. Of course, they fed with horses, oxen. There's a few pictures of some of the land on the homestead being broken with oxen, or whatever, broke up with teams of oxen. I hear stories, of runaway teams with rakes on them and so on and so forth. And, but they made it through the Depression, through everything, and actually prospered. A couple of the boys went to the wars and came back, so it's not like they skipped out on their duties, because they sure as hell never. And got back, and in the meantime, you know, Grandpa was like one of them guys that whatever he touched turned to gold. But if you ever got to know him, you'd know why. He was the gentlest, kindest, givingest person you'll ever meet. He was kind of my mentor. And I know one thing. When he lived in town, he once a day he'd jump in the pickup and drive around, check where everybody was working. You know, if we were cutting silage, he knew what farm we were, and he'd stop and visit and have dinner with us or lunch or whatever. And when he pulled in the yard with his pickup, if the guys were, or, you know, his sons were pissy or whatever, my uncles and stuff, he stepped out of that door, and man, you want to talk about some serious respect going on there. He never had to say a boo. But anyway, and one more story, and then I'm going to get going here. Back in 1976, I think, we always bought our Ford pickups from a town that's about 25, 30 miles north of here. And anyway, the same guy that always sold everybody the same, you know, trucks, this salesman. He got together with a local magazine up here, and my grandpa and my dad and uncle and all them guys had just each bought brand new Ford pickups. And my dad had bought me a 1977 black Ford pickup. And they took a picture of all of them but mine, obviously. But anyway, of the brand new Fords, the guy standing beside them, and my grandpa and everybody, I think there were 6 pickups there or whatever. But anyway, they took that picture, and there's, you know, I got a poster of it. I wish I'll show it to you sometime. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire this bad boy up. Mr. PewView, that history, story, whatever you want to talk about, that is courtesy of you. I appreciate it. And you guys please subscribe, like, and comment. Like comments. And yes, we have several farms around us that are 130 to 100, and I think ours is the oldest. But anyway, everybody take care. Have a great weekend. And Behaving Family Farms, you're up next. I appreciate it all. And then stop in and see Big Ted at PewView Farms. Take care, people.